How's it going, everybody? So real quick, I want to show you what I consider to be the best ways to take a site on CS2 Vertigo. I've made a similar video a few months back, but a lot has changed in the game since then, so I thought I would show you now the way that I like to take this site with my team. So let's go ahead and start off with kind of the simple way and work up to a new and more complex version of this site hit. So starting off, back in CSGO, generally what teams would do is they would throw two smokes to kind of form a smoke wall on the back site here, as well as, pair that up with a molly and a flash, and just like that, they have a pretty decent site hit. So generally what would happen is one player up here on the ramp, before he fully exposes himself to the jump up or heaven, would just kind of do a little left click throw anywhere up on the top right hand side of this white box. A little step with it would help that out a little bit, and just like that, the right side of the smoke wall is complete. And on the other side of that, one player right here in this corner would go down and find where this little bar intersects with the right side of this pole and just do a simple jump throw. And just like that, you have both sides of the smoke wall ready to go and fully smoked off. The difference is with the new larger volumetric smokes in CS2, you can throw that smoke just with one. You can get both sides smoked off with just one simple smoke. And what's even cooler about that is that you can throw that smoke from both positions. So right here, if you just do a simple shift walk throw as you're moving up to that right-hand side, well, it's going to land right in the middle here and have no gaps on either side, as you can see. The same thing can be said for the other smoke. If you line up the exact same way as the other one and just do a little shift walk, run throw, and then do the jump throw, look at that. That smoke's also going to land in the dead center and fully smoke it off without leaving any gaps on either side yet again. So I definitely recommend throwing that one instead of having your team throw two, because it's just going to save you an extra smoke to use in the post plant or for somewhere else on site. I definitely recommend you throw that smoke from this position, because right after you throw that site smoke, you can then pair that up with a God flash for your team, where you go down from this little elbow here, just under this little bar. So just right to this position and just do a simple jump throw, and that's going to pop right down here, and it's not going to blind your teammates as they're running up. They can get super far up. It's also not going to blind your short players as they're running out, because it's going to hit on the other side of this box as they're peeking. But any of the CTs that are standing up here holding any sort of angle, well, they're going to get absolutely nuked by that flash without any time to react whatsoever. It's a really good flash. It's just free to throw. I definitely recommend throwing it every single time. And right after you throw that smoke and the flash, you can then pair that up with a Molotov by just doing a left and right click throw at the left-hand side of this little circle, and that is going to fully molly off this position all the way into this corner and force any of the CTs all the way out of short onto site to where they're exposed to your teammates, or it's going to push them forward into your teammates that are set up here in hallway. It is just a fantastic Molotov to throw as a part of the site hit. So now that we have this really cool full site execute that you can throw for your team from this one position, let's talk about the only downside to this setup. And that is the fact that heaven here is fully open up, where they can still take fights on people coming up from ramp. Now, in higher elo, it can be pretty easy to deal with someone up here, but let's talk about a setup that completely eradicates that possibility. Big thanks to the channel CS as Fast as Possible for this one. I learned it from him. Link's going to be down in the description, but let's jump right into this. So starting off, you're going to come right here into this corner, and you're going to do a simple left click throw at the third platform down on this crane. On the left-hand side, right in the middle, you're going to do a simple left click throw. You're then going to come right into this corner, and you're going to find this little gap right here on the fourth platform down. There's this little blue spot, this blue dot. Go a little bit to the left of that and do another simple left click throw. And that's going to go all the way up here, and it's going to land on top of headshot, fully smoking it off to where anyone back here on heaven is not going to have any sort of angle whatsoever. It is just a perfect smoke setup to where you're able to push on to site and take it without having to worry about any of those extra angles. What's really cool about this one is from this corner right here, you can then do a Molotov right at where this little corner meets the bricks. You can do a W jump throw with a Molotov. That's going to go all the way up here, and it's going to fully molly off both this doorway and all of heaven up here behind the smoke to where they can't even stand up there and wait for it to fade or push through and get aggressive. While you're in that exact same spot, you can also go to this brick right here, onto the right-hand side of it and do a simple jump throw, and that flash is going to land on the opposite side of this pillar, not blinding your teammates as they run up, but absolutely obliterating anyone back behind the smoke, getting ready to make any sort of play. So yeah, I hope you're able to incorporate a lot of this utility into your next CS2 Vertigo Premier match. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, maybe a comment, or if you really liked it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions for me, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.